It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's an X Games wannabe who can't meet the height requirement for children's rides at amusement parks. You know him. You love him. It's Mozzie. Looking at him now, I can tell that he's one of those American assholes who think wearing sunglasses indoors is cool. You know the ones that I'm talking about. The only difference is that those American dudes are usually alcoholic, balding racists. Well, I mean, Mozzie, he is balding, and, I mean, he's probably an alcoholic because, he's Australian. So he's got that going for him. So maybe in the future, he knows what he's going in for. Mozzie, he's like an interesting specimen, Like, before you even look at his bio, the quote that's associated with him is, as I'm reading from my script here, come on, I'm not here to fuck spiders. So, what you're saying is that there is an ideal time and place for you to fuck spiders. Uh, that's interesting. Yeah, let me know where that is, because, sounds fun. So, his full name actually is Max Goose. Like, okay, so, well, that kind of has a personal connection. Max, he's the name of my dog, who is currently sick. This is why I keep looking over there. It's because he is currently sick, which is, unfortunate. And then there's Goose, which there's nothing special about that shit. So I'm going to be showing you my amazing representation of what Mozzie actually is on screen now. And yeah, that's Mozzie. That's the operator you're playing in Siege. Well, he was actually born in Portland, Australia, which, you cannot confuse, or do not confuse this with Portland, Oregon, even though those are literally two completely opposite places. Well, actually, looking at the picture of him now, he basically resembles the typical Australian man. Actually, more specifically, the typical Australian dad. He has, as I mentioned earlier, he has a receding hairline that, like, literally has its own tides, like the ocean. And so, yeah, he is 35 years old. So, the perfect age to be a dad, and have his own devil baby, or, an Australian devil baby, which is, like, one scale even higher than the, a normal devil baby. So, he's got a very bright future to look forward to. Looking farther into his bio, I could see that his birthday is actually in February 15th. Wait, that's what? Something around more than 20 days, a little bit under a month from now, because this recording is on January 22nd. So, happy birthday, Max. Everybody in chat, please go say happy birthday to Mozzie, because, he needs it, because, he's Australian. Looking farther into his bio, he is currently assigned with the SASR, or the Special Air Service Regiment, which, in my opinion, looks kind of like a really good name of a really high quality mail delivery service. Like, is that not what it is? Special air service quality. Like, why would that be anything other than delivering mail? Like, just imagine you order something online, and there's the options, right, to just choose normal or pay a little extra by Prime, like Amazon Prime, and you could pay even more money to have it be delivered by the SASR, which is like literally 15 minutes, like after your order, like including delivery. Like, that would be amazing. So looking farther down, so yeah, we have the inevitable. If you play Siege, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know Siege, you're about to know what I'm talking about. His height. He's not on the tall end of the scale, if you could call it as that. In the bio, he says that he is 1.62 meters, or if you're in America like I am, it's about 5 feet 3.78 inches. That's not very tall. That's like the perfect height, so you can make fun of him and say that he's short without actually concerning him, because he knows that he's short. Like, that's kind of like me and my friends, but, fuck short people, right? Couldn't be me. Wait a minute. Now I think about it. Could he be a dwarf? Let me look this up. Um, how tall can a person be to be a dwarf? 4 foot 10 inches, or 147 centimeters, or meter .47. So basically, what you're telling me is that Mozzie barely scrapes by being an actual like normal person. He is literally 5 inches away from being a dwarf. That's little unfortunate for him. Is that like? Now I think about it, are there even any dwarfs in the military? Like, there probably is. I don't know. But I mean, he definitely would be the first one. But like, knowing the Australian military and especially the Australian operator in the game, I don't think that height and weight restrictions may apply because, as I'll cover in a future video, I they just don't apply. Trust me. Um, but then that leads me to think: does the Sasser do the special air service? You know, like the mail company thing. Do they supply Mozzie with like like children's size clothes, like clothes you'd fit on an infant? Because there are like, or like like little children as well. Because like there are 7 and 8 year olds that are like taller than that, which is honestly I think is kind of freakish. But hey, some people are just built different. Okay, let's get off his size. Even though every time you play as him, you literally feel like you're a gnome. Let's move on to like what he does. So first of all, he has two primary weapons. He has the Commando 9, which, I don't like that much. It's an okay gun, I feel. I mean, it's called the Commando 9, first of all, but I doubt any, like, actual ranking commander would use that gun. It feels more like a Nerf gun to me, but, whatever. I mean, this gun, like I said before, it's not that bad. Like, according to the stats, it's actually better than the other gun I'm talking about, but, like, I still don't like it for other reasons I'll tell you later. It does decent damage. It does 30 base damage, which, if Siege wasn't so broken, would kill people in 4 shots. But, since it usually takes between 5 to 6, I would say, probably to kill someone if you don't shoot in the head. Because apparently there's some system where if you shoot someone in the arm, it doesn't do as much damage. You shoot someone like right here. But, apparently that works. Let's see. I mean, I don't even aim at the gun, because, I'm literally, my second monitor right here, I'm literally playing Microsoft Minesweeper, like, literally with a second mouse that I've hooked up to my other computer. So, like, I literally put all my focus onto that instead of actually playing Siege. I mean, I'm not recommending you do this. That's probably why I'm so bad at the game. But, I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm just, a bit arrogant, and that's a quality I like to have. So it has a fire rate of 780 something, I don't know, units maybe. Shots per minute. It's probably shots per minute. That makes sense. I mean, I don't think it's shots per second. That'd be a little fast. It's not that fast. If you don't play this game, 780 shots per minute is actually on the slower side. I mean, it's not like A10 Warthog levels of the flippin' Vector, but it's also not like a shotgun. It's kind of like, it's like that happy medium. Yeah, so it's like overall the gun's not that bad. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Oh, yeah, I am. The reload animation. So I'm gonna be showing you right here. So basically, you shoot, right? You're shooting the gun, and you're at ammo, right? He literally grabs the bottom of the gun, like the reload thing, pulls the mag out, and he literally just flips it, like a little trick shot, and then he grabs a mag and just throws it in there, and just like kind of just smacks it. It's actually really cool. I love it, and that's kind of why everybody actually plays that gun, is because it's something other than just a normal reload animation. But I just don't find the exact tactical advantage of trick shotting or flipping empty magazine. Like you're like, oh, enemy, I'm out of ammo. Let me just 360 no scope my empty magazine in this trash bin real quick, and then get another mag. Just don't shoot me. Just trust me. It's a cool event. Just watch. Like that will help you win wars. You basically know what I'm talking about. So my second gun is the one I actually use. It's called the P10 Roni. And if you look at the stats, you'll be like, why to use that gun? And because I'm me and I'm retarded, so that's why. Actually, no, the gun doesn't have the reload, like that cool reload thing the Commando does. It has just, the normal reload, which, I mean, I guess it's better, because, it's actually the right way to do it. But besides of that, it has two key factors, which I like a lot more than the Commando, and that is the fire rate and the scope that it has. So the fire rate does something like 980 shots per minute, which, if you compare that to the 780 per minute of the commando, it's much faster, and you will noticeably know this when you actually play the game. Uh, Also, the damage of the gun is a little bit worse at 26 damage instead of 30, but, if you're shooting 200 rounds per minute more than the commando, that kind of balances itself off. And ultimately, if you shoot the commando like at an enemy and you shoot the Roni at an enemy at the same distance, which is like within 10 feet, for instance, you will kill the Roni because that gun's literally better in some ways, which it's my opinion, but whatever. My opinion's all that matters in this channel anyway, so screw you guys. Oh yeah, so the second problem with the Ronnie is its range, is that if you don't shoot point blank range, like from me to my door right over there, which is roughly 5 to 10 feet away, not even, it's like you're shooting spitballs at the enemy, where that does half a damage per shot. That's literally what it feels like, unless you're hitting headshots, which, I told you, I don't aim in this game. I just kind of point and click, like an RPG game. Oh yeah, the scope. The scope, it has the 1.5 times scope, which is marginally better than the Commando, which only has the 1 times. And if you ever use the 1.5 times with that gun, you'll literally feel like you're flipping aimbot with wall hacks, even though you're just shooting at enemies that you see with with a recoil macro and everything. It's literally insane. And I mean, if you're watching my clips, you can probably see it has recoils because I'm just bad at the game. Trust me, the gun's good. Like this is why I like the Roni, because it literally makes you feel like a champion, but a champion for shitters, just like me. Like, I'm a shitter. Like, basically, I play like shit, and yet the gun makes you get kills. So that's why I like the gun. So, moving on. His secondary is the SDP 9mm, which is, it's a pistol. I mean, there's nothing special about it. It's just a pistol that's probably used by Australian military. I mean, I don't know. I didn't do any research for this. I mean, I definitely didn't look up the dwarfism height. I probably should have had that ready. So as you can tell, I did no research. And then he also carries either barbed wire or nitrocell. That leads me to bring up the question: what do you think will win? A tactical operator who trains for years in order to accomplish their mission, or one explodey boy? Yeah, that's all I have to say. That's it. Just enough said. Okay, now for his specialty gadget. He calls it the pest launcher, but it's basically a metal spider with a quenching thirst for your drone. Wait, maybe that's probably why he says maybe that's what he fucks with. Wait, that's actually disgusting. Yeah, keep your drones away from this pedophile. I mean, he's only Australian, so, you should be fine, but still, keep a nice 6-foot COVID distance away from him at all times. So basically, what it actually does is just latches onto your drone, and if you're the attacker, all you could do is just sit there and just watch it take its last breath as the pest literally just mind fucks your drone onto the dark side. Why I say dark side is because Mozzie, you can actually use this drone after this and kind of use it as the attacker would, just driving it around like it's playing Mario Kart, and kind of putting in spots that will give the enemy's location away until they see it. Yeah, so my question is, why would Ubisoft think this would be a good idea, Why or not that it's a good idea, why do they think this was a creative idea? They're just sitting in the meeting one day and they're just like, what do we add? What should we add to Burnt Horizon? Let's see, we have the attacker, all we need is a defender. Should we think of something new, or, oh, I know, what does the attackers that the defenders don't? Ooh, drones in the prep phase, yeah. What if we just give the defender the drone? Yeah, cool, new idea, good, fix the game. Definitely won't cause any problems down the line. It caused problems down the line. Also, I just want to point out that, since talking about his loadout a little bit before, he used to have a shotgun called a Super Shorty, and it was actually, the best, addition to him, because it allowed him to open rotates, which was the only thing that he wasn't able to do at the time, which it got removed a couple months ago, which I think was really, they shouldn't have done that. He kind of needed those, but whatever. He's still good anyway. Oh yeah, so the way you actually play him, or with his gadget at least, is that you want to place these pest spider things, T-1000 Terminator pests. You want to place these in doorways that either A, is next to objective or close to objective, or B, in high drone traffic areas that you know that drones will be passing by. I mean, assuming you know where these are, because I don't know, I'm not going to tell you, so go find your information on that. Or, you could do how I play, is shoot every drone you see, and then realize that you have the pest launcher, and you're just like, you just become a little internally sad as you know that you literally picked Mozzie for one job and you failed at that job, so you have no purpose in life. Or you actually do remember, and it like fills you up. You're like, I actually did my job, and then your teammate shoots it. So I'm just sitting here like, why would you shoot my drone? What are you thinking? Like, are you special? And they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I forgot. And so I'm like, so do I get mad at a fictional video game which literally has no purpose in my life? And do I shoot my teammates in the head? I would have if I wasn't so nice. So I'm not that nice. You know, you get what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's basically how Mozzie, Max Goose works. Or at least that's from my point of view, that's how it works. I mean, there's probably some like pro level esports thing that has him like vaulting up something and using his like, I don't know, maybe using his small height or his tactical disadvantage of his height to go crawl through the vents and get a really crazy spawn pick. I don't know. I don't watch flipping pro league. It's a waste of my time because I'm never gonna get there one day, and I hope to have a future. Just kidding. That's actually a very successful job, and I'm really proud of those who are in the esports team because they're actually really fun to watch. You should actually go check them out someday. Like, I know I literally just said I don't watch them, but I'm a hypocrite. So yeah, go watch them. It's actually really cool. So yeah, that's basically how it works. I refuse to learn more about him because I don't think Siege is that hard, and I frankly just run around and shoot and literally help my team at basically nil. So yeah. So if there's one else you can take away is get Mozzie and don't do anything that I do. Don't stay. Just I'm a terrible influence. So yeah, with that, thank you for watching, and make sure you tune in for next time. I'll see y'all later.